Welcome everybody. Just wanted to drop online and just have a really quick discussion with you about taking responsibility for our own mindsets in these difficult times. Many of us have been struggling recently. Many of the people I talk to, including myself, we are in a place where we don't know what's coming in the future. We don't really know where we stand at present, and all the things that we take for granted have been put in the air. Many years ago, when I started on this path, one of the first tools that I was introduced to was what I now call the ropes that bind us. And this series of tools relies very simply on a piece of string. The nice thing about just a piece of string is you can carry it anywhere. You can put it in your pocket, you can tie it to your keys. I carry, a bag of these to all my sessions, literally, because it's just a beautiful tool that everybody can use. The most important thing when we are in a place of change, in a time of the unknown, is to keep our mental attitude up and strong and positive. And that takes training. It's much like a muscle. For some people, that's as easy as just remembering the good things that have happened. For others, it comes perhaps more naturally. It's already built in, perhaps been learnt in childhood. For many, many of us, especially in times like now with COVID, it's not something that always comes naturally. So this piece of string can help with that, as daft as this sounds. The most important time in the day to really have a positive outlook, a positive mindset, is just before you go to bed. In this time, as you go to sleep, your brain starts to put away, file, if you like, all of the things that have happened to you today, over that day. If you go to bed worried and anxious and nervous and apprehensive about the day that's coming, your brain will take those feelings of apprehension and nervousness and it will prioritize them. And all the things that make you nervous, all the things that you are worried about, will be prioritized at the top of that stack in your brain, if you like. If when you go to bed grateful, you go to bed happy and accomplished, and in a place of gratitude for the things that have happened to you over the day, your brain will prioritize those. And it's much like a perfect practice. Those things where perfect practice makes perfect, practice doesn't. So you have a choice, really. You will always do one of these things. You will either practice a negative mindset or you will practice a positive mindset. I don't necessarily believe there's an in-between. But this piece of string can help. Tie it to your keys. Tie it to your wallet. Just stick it in your pocket, whatever works for you. And every time something happens to you during the day that you feel is positive, and that can be as simple as a cup of tea that particularly tastes nice, somebody buying you a coffee, getting a sale on your website, or one of your children saying something nice to you for once. Anything that you are grateful for that is positive, even the small things. Every time it happens, just tie a simple knot in the string. Hopefully, by the end of the day, when you get into bed, you'll have some knots in that string. Probably a few more than that. And that last thing you do before you go to bed and read your book or listen to audio or whatever you do to relax in the evening, the last thing I'm asking you to do is just take this string and undo each of those knots. And as you undo them, try and remember what they were for. So, that was a really good cup of coffee I got today. That Zoom meeting I had today was amazing. It's full of opportunities for the future. All the things that have happened to you that are positive today. Go through them, remember them, prioritize them in your brain just before you go to sleep so that your brain in turn prioritizes them for you. It doesn't matter if you forget to use this string on a daily basis. Good practice will help. If you do this on a daily basis, it will get easier and easier, and it will train your brain during the day to look for positive things. It will help your brain prioritize positive things whilst you sleep, encouraging better sleep, encouraging a greater, more responsive day the day after. But like many tools, it is only as good as the person who is using it and the responsibility you take for that. But that's not to say you need to beat yourself up if you forget to put some knots in. If you get halfway through the day and go and walk into your pocket and go, oh, my piece of string, I forgot to put knots in it today. It doesn't matter. It's not a tool to beat yourself up because you haven't done it. If you're halfway through your string and you've forgotten what those last 3 knots are for, really doesn't matter. Just accept that you had 3 other good things happen to you that day that you've forgotten about. It's okay. Just accept that you did have 3 other things that were good. Go to bed grateful, happy, and on a positive mindset. And I promise you, if you consistently do this, using the piece of string or just with a pad, using your phone, anyway, I find the string works for me and a lot of my guests. I promise you, if you focus during the day on that positive mindset, on that working towards thinking more positively and seeing the things there that you should and can be grateful for, it will start to slowly change your way of thinking. I hope this helps you. I know it certainly helped me when I was back in corporate and I needed to find those things. It still helps me occasionally now. I know for many of my guests who sit with me, this is one of the most powerful tools they take away. It's simple, it's easy, and it's a really great starting place to keep that positive mental attitude up. Have a great day today. Try the string if it works for you. I hope to see you all shortly on some of our courses online. Please drop a comment in the video if you have a way that works for you to keep your positive mental attitude up. And we will see you shortly. Until then, walk in peace and happiness.